All right, I got 4 hours of film. Think we can do it 4 hours?
4 hours of film.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm here with Ben with Lokotech, and we're here to talk about their amazing script miner. So, Ben, tell me a little bit about yourself, and what do you got here?
All right, my name is Ben McCloskey. I'm co-founder of Lokotech, and we're bringing a new script ASIC to market that roughly beats the L7 by a little under 400% on a higher node.
Beats it by 400%?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not a little under 400%.
Right
it's
around.
easier to say that
Gotcha.
than like 378 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, we have custom circuitry in our ASIC, which is currently going through validation. So we did an MPW run at Global Foundries on the 12 nanometer LP Plus node.
Okay.
And that's what is actually on our little demo USB unit. So we can actually, test the silicone and make sure it functions before we actually come to market.
That's fantastic.
So, and once we have validation in place, then we'll be able to open up for pre-sales with, have high degree of confidence it's going to function as we have promised.
Okay.
So,
and this is the hash blade, right?
This is the hash blade, yeah.
Right.
So this is basically, simply put, take it with a grain of salt, but this is basically a blown up design of each tile. So this is about 8x bigger, and we're testing this, and it's 1/255th of it.
Okay.
So basically you can condense this chip down, by a factor of 8 to make it more dense, and then it's also going to be, times by 255 for the final commercial.
And it's going to essentially fit on, it's like the footprint of a GPU.
Yeah. The hash blade will actually be, it's almost the size of a stripped down 3080 with nothing on it with 128 ASICs on it.
Wow.
All communication will go over the PCIe lane, but it won't be powered by the PCIe.
Okay.
So we'll have two 8-pin auxiliary power plugs in the back.
Gotcha.
And you can use 8-pin or 6-pin.
Okay.
So.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be, just for stats, it'll be about 145 watt plus or minus and around 2 gigahash of hash rate.
145 watts, so that's probably not going to need fans for cooling?
No, we're looking to not even put heat sinks on each ASIC because each ASIC is only, it'll only be consuming about 1.04 watts.
Wow, yeah. So I don't want to get into the secret sauce, but how do you get it? How do you get the power so low? Like, what's the secret behind it, man?
Well, I'm a CFO.
Okay.
I'm not the one designing the ASIC, but it is a secret sauce, and it's custom design that allows us to do that.
That's very cool.
So.
Awesome. How long did it take you to get to where you're at now?
Well, a long time. We started this process in 2019. We had our first design, which a lot of people talk about, but it wasn't dense enough for resale. And so we went back to the drawing board, and we were able to, knock out some even more efficiency, and that's what we have here.
Okay.
Now,
so and that was the bulldozer? Is that what they called it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of people comment or ask me about that specifically, and they said, "Oh, well, they took people's money and left with it," and I kind of explained, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Can you kind of shed light onto that?
Yeah, so when we first started raising money, there's no other script ASIC on the market, so we came up with this because a lot of people are talking about dev fee. Dev fees are still even quite used today.
Oh, yeah.
But we wanted to lower the barrier to entry and allow people to buy the miner for cheaper, and we were taking the hash rate on the back end so people could do it. And then if a new, like the L7 came out, so we just got rid of that because they had increased efficiency, which would have been more competitive for us just to sell it as a full miner instead of taking the dev fee.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do better for the industry to lower the barrier to entry by, us earning on the back end, but we're not going that path now, so we turned that off.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So you did not have customers invest. You didn't have customers
we only
give
have
you money
investors
for pre-sales or anything like that. Okay.
No,
See, just clearing that up, guys. That makes sense.
So back in 2019, when we started this process, we raised 110 million NOK, which is roughly about $13.5 million, and we have not taken anybody's money until validation has actually come back and shows that this ASIC will perform as promised. So.
That's impressive.
It's quite a different way of doing things, but I understand people's concerns given the industry we're in.
Right, yeah, exactly.
No one ever does that, so.
Yeah, there's something new that like you're putting your money where your mouth is, but it's your money. It's not their money. Yeah. So that's important.
Yes, correct.
Good deal. So what else can you tell us about Lokotech or about your projects or your initiative or what else you got going on?
Well, I mean, the main focus right now, as I mentioned, is validation. And we should be, we just found an anomaly and it should be coming out. We have a little bit of delay on the validation, but we're still pushing forward with that. And yeah, it'll be done hopefully soon. So.
Can you explain a little more about the validation? Is this a third party so that you're not talking your own numbers, somebody's validating your numbers for you?
Well, it's subcontracted out for the testing.
Okay.
So we do have our lead designers and stuff that they're working with the subcontracted guys because that way they understand it more.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's multifaceted that's going through the testing process.
Ure. So you've tested it, you know it works. Yeah. You're just showing the world that somebody else knows it works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't know it works until validation is complete.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
that is why we're waiting for validation to come in to be able to tell the market and be like, hey, this is coming to market. We're going to open pre-sales then, and this will be the expected time frame. Update people when we'd be expecting to start delivering, and I mean, we'll even have early releases of like the alpha versions to start getting it out and stuff as we're going through the process through the environmental testing and bring the ASIC after tape out. So, and
this is just like a stepping stone, right? So, I mean, script. You should be able to revise this process or this chip for other algorithms and other cryptos.
Yeah, to a point. I mean, you can definitely copy and paste a lot of the stuff that's in the ASIC, but I mean, first and foremost, we want to bring our first ASIC to market.
Sure. Yeah.
But, I mean, we do have more grander plans going after different algorithms, but
we
want to put this in our pocket.
Yeah. Why'd you start with script?
Start with script because we're big believers in Litecoin and Dogecoin.
Yeah.
So I mean, Dogecoin came out of nowhere. No one would have expected how well it's done over the last few years, despite the high volatility. But Litecoin, the numbers are just phenomenal right now. I mean, even on BitPay, Litecoin's #1 used for utilization, and that's what we like about it because people are willing to spend Dogecoin, Litecoin, and this is me personally, but nobody's going to spend Bitcoin.
Right.
No, nobody wants to go out and buy a Coke and then that Coke costs $100 the next day.
Yeah.
If a bull market all of a sudden shows up,
Absolutely.
Everybody wants that, and they want, I think that kind of has a problem with how everyone says it's going to go to $1 million, it's going to go to 10 million. You don't really hear people saying that about Litecoin.
Yeah.
Everyone, they expect, it should climb in value, but hey, I'm willing to spend it. And that's what we want to push with the cards because, people can buy a hash blade, and that's why we wanted to use this platform to where they buy a single hash blade, they throw it in their extra PCIe lane in their tower, and now they're earning daily income. Day in, day out. And even if it's a kid, he can use that money for, buying skins in a game, or he can go buy some candy, Litecoin's up, and it starts getting utilized, and we want that. Yeah. And rinse and repeat. So.
Awesome. That's important. Yeah,
well,
sure.
I mean, the creation of wealth is through utilization, not a few people holding,
Yeah. Yeah. Let's spread the wealth and not let the rich get richer.
And, 100%.
Yeah. So. Did you want to talk about this other project a little bit?
Oh, okay. So this is more about seeing how fast. This is more about seeing how fast we can actually push our ASIC for the AI block.
Okay.
We don't really have anything that we can say about it because everything's still up in the air. There's no factual evidence of us being able to make like an awesome inferencing ASIC, but I mean, initial numbers are really showing like 1 petop per second, but we have no clue what kind of revenue stream that could bring in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to do a lot of real world testing once the commercial ASIC comes out for the script.
Yeah.
So it's more of like just testing, and it does help the script ASIC, but it also allows us to see what other things we can do.
What else you can do with it besides just mining crypto and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
And well, I mean, with everything in AI right now, everyone's really excited about that. So we'd be excited for if that actually comes to fruition as well. With pushing the numbers that, we've had theoretical talks about.
For sure.
So,
good deal. Well, thank you, Ben. I appreciate your time.
No worries, man. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.